Here is a lie you have been told about side hustles. Just find an hour a day. That is all it takes. But if you are a parent in your 30s, you know exactly how that plays out. You try a gig, you burn out in 2 weeks, and you feel worse than when you started. The problem is not your work ethic, the problem is the model. Most side hustle advice is built for people with unlimited time, high energy, and zero kids pulling on their sleeve. That is not you. That is not most parents. What actually works is something different. Not one giant business, not a grind that eats your evenings, but a layered system. 3 income layers that build on each other, fit your real schedule, and gradually require less of your constant attention as they mature. In this video, I am walking you through all 3. We will start with the layer you can begin when you are completely exhausted, and finish with the layer that can become lower maintenance over time with consistent work. Let us get into it. Before we dive in, a quick heads up. This is educational content only, not financial advice. Results vary based on effort, skill, market, and timing. Income examples are illustrations, not guarantees. Now let me start with the real problem. I tried the old way: surveys, content mills, random gig platforms, all of it. And you know what happened? I was more stressed, less present with my family, and no closer to actual financial breathing room. I was trading my most exhausted hours for the least amount of money. The model is broken. It is designed to drain your time, not build your wealth. Here is what changed the approach for me. I stopped chasing quick wins and started building a system. Not a business I would launch someday. A stack, a set of income layers that work together, support each other, and compound over time. And right now, with artificial intelligence tools and simple digital systems, you can build that stack with significantly less time than most traditional approaches require. Here is the philosophy. Layer 1 is where you start with a service to generate income as you go. This is your cash foundation. Layer 2 is where you build content to create trust and attract better opportunities. This is your trust engine. Layer 3 is where you turn your expertise into scalable products. This is your leverage layer. That is the full stack. Service, content, scale. Each one funds and fuels the next. Let us break down each layer. Starting with layer 1, the cash foundation layer. The reason so many parents give up on side hustles is they start with strategies that take a long time to pay off, like blogging or affiliate marketing. Those are real strategies, but they belong later in the stack, not at the beginning. When you are short on time and looking to generate income earlier in the process, you need a path to your first results. That means starting with a service. You likely already have skills someone will pay for. You do not need a big audience. You do not need a course. You just need a clear offer and a few people who need help. And like anything worth doing, results depend on how consistently you show up and how well you match your offer to a real need. Some examples of what this can look like. Artificial intelligence-assisted writing or content support. Simple social media management. Inbox cleanup or admin support. Research summaries for busy professionals. Canva design or presentation work. Bookkeeping or spreadsheet organization. Workflow setup for small businesses. Here is a simple way to find your offer. Grab a notebook and answer 2 questions. 1. What skills from your current or past job do other businesses need? 2. What problems do you solve for friends, family, or yourself on a regular basis? Are you the one who organizes every family trip like a project manager? That is a coordination or admin service. Do you write emails at work that people actually respond to? That is copywriting. Do you know how to build clean spreadsheets? That is bookkeeping or data support. You are not learning a new skill from scratch. You are packaging what you already know. Now, finding your first clients. You do not need a fancy website. Your first clients just need to know you exist. Start with your warm network. Not awkward pitching, just a simple post or message. Something like, I am now offering this skill for small businesses. If you know anyone who needs help with this specific problem, I would love an intro. Then, if you want, use platforms like Upwork or Contra to land a few early projects. Not to live there forever, just to get your first testimonials and case studies while getting paid. Here's the upgrade move. Once you have delivered a service a few times, you can package it into a repeatable offer. Instead of custom work every time, you create one clear bundle, a monthly content package, a recurring admin support plan, a simple setup service. That reduces decision fatigue and makes delivery much more consistent. This layer is the most hands-on, but it is the foundation everything else is built on. If this is resonating with you, consider subscribing. I break down practical income systems like this every week, built around real schedules, not ideal ones. Moving into layer 2, the trust layer, your content engine. Once your service is bringing in income, you will likely hit a new challenge. You are still chasing clients. You are still trading time for money. It is more stable, but it is not scalable. That is when you layer in content. Content shifts the dynamic. Instead of you going to find clients, clients start finding you. It builds credibility, demonstrates your expertise, and continues working even when you are at a school pickup or managing bedtime. What does content actually mean for a busy parent? It does not mean launching a high-production YouTube channel or writing 3,000 word posts every week. Pick one platform, one format, something that plays to how you naturally communicate and where your ideal clients spend time. If you write well, a simple email newsletter, once a week or every 2 weeks. If you are visual, Instagram or Pinterest, share your work, tips, and process. If you are a thinker or expert, short LinkedIn posts with fresh takes on common problems. If you are comfortable on camera, YouTube, or short-form video with practical, specific insights, here is the golden rule. Document, do not create. You are already doing the work in your service business. Your content is just a byproduct of that work. Did you finish a client project? Write a short case study. Here was the problem, here is how I solved it, here was the result. Did a client ask a great question? Turn your answer into a post. Did you build a checklist to make your process faster? Clean it up and share it. This removes the pressure of what do I talk about because your work becomes a consistent source of content ideas. In the short term, content makes selling your services easier. Potential clients do not just see a resume, they see proof of your thinking and process. That can support higher rates and fewer low-quality leads over time. Over time, it builds something more valuable, an audience. People who trust you and look to you for guidance. That audience is the bridge to layer 3. This is also where affiliate income can start to make sense. If you recommend tools you genuinely use, software, services, platforms, you may earn a commission when people sign up through your link. It is not the main focus, but it is a real revenue layer that can grow in the background. Results here vary widely depending on your audience size and engagement, so treat it as a bonus, not a baseline. One tip: build a recurring series, not random content. Something like tools I would use if I had 30 minutes a day, or one system to save time this week, or what I would do differently if I were starting over. Structure makes content easier to produce and easier for your audience to follow. Now let us talk about layer 3, the leverage layer, your freedom engine. This is where the model shifts. The first 2 layers are about building a stable foundation and an audience. This third layer is about turning your expertise into assets that do not require your direct hour-by-hour attention for every sale. It starts with one question. What am I explaining or doing over and over again in my service work? Your repeated advice, your common processes, your most effective solutions. Those are the building blocks of your first digital product. A digital product is your expertise, packaged so someone can buy it and use it independently. It allows you to help more people at once, instead of just one at a time. That said, building and maintaining products still takes real effort, creating, updating, marketing, and iterating over time. Here are some real-world examples of the service-to-product move. You are a freelance social media manager. Sell a 30-day content calendar template for realtors for $29 to $50 on Gumroad or Etsy. You are a writer great at web copy? Sell a website copywriting swipe file with templates and a short tutorial. You help busy parents. Sell a chaos-free morning routine kit. A printable checklist set for $19 to $29. You do artificial intelligence-assisted content work. Sell a workflow pack, prompt library, or content planning system. Notice what these have in common. They are specific. They solve one clear problem for one clear type of person. You are not building a massive course right out of the gate. You are packaging a solution you have already proven works and offering it to a wider audience at an accessible price point. Once you have a product, the layers reinforce each other. Your content drives traffic and trust, which leads to a free resource that captures emails. Then an automated email sequence delivers value and introduces your paid product, and satisfied customers may move towards something bigger. That is your system. Content attracts people. Automation builds trust. Products create leverage. You will still work, but more of your work goes toward improving the system rather than manually delivering every output. Here is one reframe that matters. A lot of people think the goal is full passive income. That is rarely realistic, especially early on. A more grounded goal is low maintenance income, a system that still needs occasional updates and attention, but no longer requires you to manually fulfill every hour of work. That is a realistic, achievable target for busy parents, and it changes what your time feels like. Now let us put it all together. You are a parent in your 30s. Limited hours, real life happening. You start with a service, maybe artificial intelligence-assisted content support for 2 small businesses. That is your first income layer. Then you start sharing content around a problem you understand well. Maybe it is saving time, maybe it is building income as a parent. That content builds credibility and starts bringing in attention. Then you create a small digital product, a checklist, a template, a workflow pack that helps people take action faster. Now you have got 3 layers. One that generates income as you build, one that grows your audience and trust, one that creates leverage and repeatability. That is the income stack. Before you go, here are 3 mistakes to avoid. First, building all 3 layers at once. That is a fast path to burnout. Start with layer 1. Add layer 2 when income is flowing. Add layer 3 when you have an audience worth selling to. Second, choosing something exciting that does not fit your actual life. If you have 6 hours a week, your strategy has to respect that constraint. Third, waiting for the perfect system before starting. The best stack is not the most sophisticated one, it is the one you can actually repeat consistently. If you are not sure where to start, I put together something free that can help. It is called the Income Stack Starter Checklist from Income Stack Lab. This checklist is designed to help you stop guessing and start moving. It helps you identify the right income layer for your actual situation, match your strategy to the time you realistically have, and map out your first 7 days so you go from idea to action without overthinking. Download it for free from the link in the description. You do not need a perfect business. You need a stack that fits your life, pays you back, and grows with you over time. Start with the layer that matches your energy right now. Build in trust. Add leverage. Then continue improving the system as you go. That is how busy parents build something real without burning out. If this was helpful, subscribe for more practical income systems and real-world breakdowns every week. All links are in the description below. Some may be affiliate links, and we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. This helps keep our lab running. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.